Hi guys.
Hello people.
I'm
I'm
Milena.
Lola.
And we're watching The Wire.
Episode 8.
Yes, you cannot see we
have guests joining us.
I
don't know why. I don't know why we did this.
We thought it was gonna be seen in the camera.
I thought because it's so
nice
dark.
If it was seen
Like
in the camera.
the daylight is gone, so we were
And we're
like, oh,
let's put
candles.
candles.
And then Milena, just before pressing play, she was like, imagine Omar died.
And we put candles.
In this episode, we
That
lit
would be
candles. Funny.
That would be.
I don't know.
That'd be.
I feel like
interesting because we have never.
It would be. We would only have ourselves to blame if he died. I feel like we killed him by lighting these candles
exactly.
up. I don't know why we did it.
Even though I do believe still that he dies at the end of episode 9. That's
With
like
that.
I'm there like 90%, and then like I am 7% that he dies in this one, and then 3% that he dies in the last one. 0% that he does not die.
Yeah.
Are you
I
more
agree.
that he does in this one or in the last one?
Not in the last one. I would say 9 as well.
Yeah,
I don't think
but
they
like even
I don't
if
think
you
they
had to
would-
choose
Between
those,
8 and 10?
yeah,
Eight.
those 10%. But like, how would you switch it? How would you?
1% for 10.
Oh, I put 3.
What a riveting intro. Why do we always do something with percentages? Like, why do we need to do it? What is wrong with us?
We have nice coffee here, and we
nice.
just talked for 45 minutes about the last episode. So
Yeah.
I don't think we need to talk more.
We again all know how it ended. We all know what we're gonna do. So we really don't need to prolong this. I feel like we can just speak in the review.
Me too.
There's gonna be something to say there
Me
because we
too.
just said everything we needed to say
Yes.
5 minutes ago.
Yes.
So
I am, let's say that like what I'm most excited to see
Yes.
this episode, I'm going to tell you 2 things.
great.
First one is Michael.
Oh my god.
Why? Because like I feel like we have
What about
3...
Yuki?
Okay,
It's
but
not
like I'm
Yuki.
going to talk about... I'm going to talk about Michael for the long
Okay,
time.
what about you?
And I have a feeling like we have only 3 more episodes, so there is a big possibility that some story of his are gonna be in these 3
I
episodes.
did want to say it in the review, but I forgot because like Bunk called him and like he didn't say anything, you know. But like, what if Marlo is insane? What if Marlo's like he could have snitched? Let's just kill him. I don't think he's gonna die. No, I don't think he's gonna die. But I just think maybe that's gonna be like a
But again, then
cut point for
guy
Michael.
Chris has to
stop it.
protect him.
Just like I feel like there's so little to
Honestly,
go. I'm like there's no time
that's what
for
I wanna
anything
say,
to
because
happen.
I don't know. Sometimes when, like there is 3 more episodes, but like in Wire, its last 3 episodes are so packed usually.
Oh my god,
So I don't know what if I should expect that. But like when there is so small amount of episodes, I somehow don't expect anything to happen. I don't know how to explain. Like I expect something to. I expect for us to get a closure in episode 10, and that's it.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know what.
Yeah.
I cannot expect the whole storyline with Marlon wanting to kill him. Possibility.
yeah.
There's a big
No, I
possibility
just-
for that.
yeah.
It would be interesting. I mean, if Chris protected him.
There is no
like,
time, honestly. There's too
again,
many things we're doing.
The thing is, depends on if Marlo goes to jail. I can't see it how. Because if Marlo doesn't go to jail, then how can Chris protect him? What he can... Yeah, there is no time for any of this.
There's no
if you
time.
ask me. And the second thing is Pops. I can't wait to see...
That's the one thing that I know
Yeah.
is gonna just like bring me joy. That is like the most important storyline of this show. Just because like it ends with some like positive
We didn't put
possibility.
him in top 5. But like it's different.
It's very different. Like you
Yeah.
can put him in top 5 as in like we see so
Love
many
him.
characters like
But,
more
like, I think
and
he's-
everything, but like he is
I think his
in a
storyline
way
is very
he
important.
is more important than like characters that are like I would put above him.
Yeah.
You know? Again, I just think his storyline as in storyline is top 1.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Just because like it doesn't, I mean, the most
Hopefully.
important ones to me are always the kids, but like they don't end in not Randy, oh my god, Randy's did not, Naaman's did, like Naaman's ended in like are we gonna see him? We saw all the kids, are we
Did
gonna
we?
see
Yeah.
him at the end? I would love to
I
see
mean,
him. I don't
let
know,
me
like
just tell you.
imagine like enrolling into college or something.
start
Me
crying
too.
I want to see him, but like I also want to see Bonnie as well. Like
Me too.
I actually
would
didn't
love,
think about it, but like I think we need to see Bonnie. I think we're gonna see Bonnie.
I would love to see him like enrolling into college or something. And like go, I don't know what he wants to do, what his profession would be, but like imagine.
I'm gonna cry to that.
Me too.
Please give me that.
You see what I mean? Like, what is more important than children? Like, you give me a fucking second, but like also everything that makes me sad because like he got a chance, but others did not have a chance, and like it's always like, oh, I'm so happy, but then like my brain does not want to turn off the
Others part.
yeah, like it makes me very sad.
He does in a second.
Yeah, again, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm
oh,
happy in a
and
second.
I'm like, what?
Then afterwards, when we start the review, I'm like, well,
Yeah.
you know know what that means? Means that others have not, you know. And yeah, so those are two characters in this episode that I want to see.
Michael and Bobs.
Michael and Bobs.
It also looks like
no,
Naaman.
No, Damien. Maybe the episode 10.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see what Jimmy and Lester and Scott continue being up to.
I don't
and
have
the
to see
lies.
That. I really don't have to see that.
Yeah, I want to see Bunk and what he can potentially uncover. There's so many things honestly need to happen. Let's play. There's a lot of things.
Yeah, honestly.
Let's watch.
Let's
talk about the picture of this episode of The Wire. Let's just talk about the picture. You know who last had his picture? Bodhi. Episode 13. That was his picture.
Let's see if he's in a picture of. I imagine he's that.
Well, we can't
see the picture of.
Like the funeral. We can't see. This is not the crunchy.
Yeah,
You're not gonna show me the
Thank
next.
God.
What is God's gonna tell to Scott? It's gonna be like,
Oh
you're a fucking liar.
This was something.
What was?
Gus.
Where?
Breaking Bad. But it's Gus. I just like a flashback, you know.
I mean, this is a strange one. I've heard of people going after street people, but it's usually
Police find out. Police find out.
It is different. We put it out on VICAP and we have no hits anywhere else in the country.
I mean, I'm all for a little kinky shit now and then, but chewing on a homeless fella?
You seem to be well grounded in the case file, Detective.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, but we're being told by public
Go to
sources.
Avis if you have to. Hurts. I don't give a shit. People are disappearing. They're dying, for Christ's sake. Just do what you need to do.
They were dying before this. What the fuck were you doing then?
Bad news, gentlemen, is we're actually going to have to catch this motherfucker. Good news is that our mayor finally needs a police department more than he needs a school system.
When you walk through the garden,
Not something to smile about.
I mean, they're all shameful. They're
I
all...
mean, Jimmy smiled well.
That's what I said. Everyone in that room is shameful. He's so proud that he's getting away with this. Hi, my boy. What are we gonna do with you? I knew he was looking for a job. Like, he's so young. But also in America, you do start twerking, like, young.
Young, yeah.
Oh, can I help you? I'm looking at me? Yeah, you need anyone? How old are you? 18.
Aww, Put. Are you good?
Hey, yo. That's the one with the boy named me, right? Yeah, I used to be on the Fair Corners. Oh, yeah, man, I remember you. Yeah, I just got tired, you know? Shit got old. So I guess you need to bang a while longer, then come back, see if we got something.
Oh, he used to say he feels old and tired. I'm so happy for Put.
Why not somebody from a district where they caught one of the homeless cases?
The more people you start telling.
This is some fucked up.
Can you close the... What about this?
Yeah, exactly.
Burned here and I don't want any of my guys getting burned.
Lester's got a fresh line on Marlowe Stanfield. And he needs people to run it down.
Fresh line, huh? It's got a fucking wire up, is what you mean.
No, there's no wire.
The fuck are you kidding? I handed him first cell number for Stanfield not 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, he did.
Listen, I don't know anything about any wire. I'm just saying, he's got a new line on Marlowe, and he needs people to run it down.
Healthcare for the homeless, the best for City Hall steps tomorrow night. Candlelight vigil.
You said yes, right?
Norman told them they could do it if I got a chance to say a few choice words, yeah.
Burning in hell, all of you.
Cut off the phone to Post. Reporters
God.
there want your
People
comment on the story he's working about Dobie down in PG, looking to take you on in the Democratic primary.
What? Who cares what we were? I need the money.
I know this actor. I don't know that actor.
Down there to Detective McNulty.
Oh, they know him from the show.
What?
Is that the actor that we know from someone else? Was he always there? Not him, the one in the back.
I don't know which one.
Hey, the guy's fucking missing.
I guess now we're writing homeless stories till December, huh?
Uh-huh. Why till December?
Politics submissions run the calendar year. Anything a newspaper cares about at Christmas, they give a fuck about by New Year's. Homelessness it is, gents.
I didn't know they really care this much about posters. Like, I understand it's like an important award,
The worked
but
on the story about that homeless vet.
Scott's piece?
Sure they didn't want to talk to Scott? Says Templeton won't take his calls anymore. So he walked over here to talk to somebody else.
Everybody's saying Omar's on this warpath. Heard he got a stash house last week. Everybody need to shut the fuck up. If Marlo was all that over Junebug calling him a name, so that y'all dropped June and his whole family, then what the fuck? Omar out here calling them bitches every damn day.
Omar. What? What you think we ain't gonna catch this dick sucker? This nigga gonna get got.
Y'all gonna tell Marlo?
We tell him, we don't tell him.
Man got enough on his plate.
Y'all get on some different opinion shit, man.
I don't know.
As you
If I
should,
was
my
Marlo,
boy.
Motherfucker, you wait.
Thank God. Never be. How small the kids are. That one. Was he always here?
Which one? Left or right? Right?
Right.
Strawberry.
Was he always there?
I
know
remember
him.
him, yeah.
Okay,
I
do you know him
remember.
from here?
Pretty much blowy if you ask nice. Look,
Omar.
What? Omar.
Omar.
We got two young bucks around the corner. One in the white tee, the other got a throwback on. One got to jump in his dip, and the other one in the car tie, you feel me?
Around the corner.
Floating the legs.
nice, man.
Doing what? What? We have two guys, yeah. Doing what?
Who are you?
My name's Gus Haynes. I edited the story you featured in.
Then you're a fucking liar.
Scott is not taking the phone calls. Tell him. I mean, I don't know what he wrote. Oh my god, look how cute. Oh no, what are they doing to the cat? No, that's less cute. What are they doing to the cat?
Torturing the cat. They're torturing the cat.
Is that Kenner
Yeah, I
staying?
think it's Kenner.
Kenner, stop torturing the cat. So what did he do here? He just emptied the corner a bit. He's going to shoot them? I'm not...
Get up and go, dog. Here.
He's just taking the stash. He's just taking the stash.
See there? Omar know what one it is. Look like all your muscle done up and exposed now. So you might as well go ahead and drop it out. You feel me?
Like I was seeing the first season when they just dropped it.
Yeah.
Exactly. This is the same. This is the same scene.
Yeah.
Which does not make me good about his survival for this episode.
Yeah.
Why is it the same scene
You
as in
wanna,
season
you,
1?
wanna, you want me to touch my heart? Somehow it just seems weird for me.
But like who?
I don't know.
There's no one here.
I'm out here in these streets every day. Me and my Lola. Where he at? Huh?
What is happening?
Is somebody behind the corner? What is happening?
I don't know. It seems weird. But like...
Yo, y'all put it in his ear. Marlo
Okay,
Stamp
no,
is not
it's
a man for this town.
Nobody's here. There's nobody here, nobody.
God,
God, what was this? This was a minute of...
I
was saying, I don't know.
Do you know what I thought was gonna happen? Fucking Kenner. Because
too.
like the kid was there just
Me
looking
too,
at him, and I
me
was like,
too.
"Why are you looking?"
But like I thought that before because there was Kenner was not there. Kenner just looked at him.
yeah, Kenner
there.
was looking, and he was looking in the previous episode as well, and I was like,
Oh,
"Whatever."
I don't remember him looking this previous episode, but like for a second there, I honestly died. Especially because like these two guys ran, and Kenner just like.
Yeah, he was there, like looking at him.
You ever done the FBI profile before?
Can't wait.
Oh, they take your file, read you back some shit you already know.
I don't feel comfortable at all. He's gonna die in this episode. Oh my god, you are seeing too much of him.
Soft pack. Maybe they want them to.
Literally. So shocked. So shocked. Honestly.
I know we talked about it, like coming just like, you know, someone random
Somehow
or something,
No,
but like
happened.
I thought I was gonna be prepared. Like I thought at least like it was gonna be, you know,
No, somehow it happened all of a sudden.
like on a shura. Like I just thought it was gonna be like.
No, I don't know. Somehow happened. I got that feeling in the previous scene, but like somehow it happened all of a sudden. I don't know how to explain that. What? Light candles. Is that
No. Ah, that's why everyone's telling us where we saw Kennard before.
What do you mean?
Remember,
I
like
don't-
when we met Kennard, everyone was like, "Yeah, you saw that kid before. He was the one that was cosplaying as Omar." when Omar killed that in season 3. That's why everyone wants to remember that.
See? My brain doesn't...
No, because I was like, okay, fine, we saw the kid before. But like they also tell us, you know, the girl that we saw that like takes the drugs. Like it doesn't matter, but just like you've seen it before, I didn't really think much of it. And like, but like I remembered seeing him like that because like I was thinking, you know, that explains his demeanor.
No, honestly, I have no words.
Oh my god.
I remember when we watched the episode with Michael beat him up, then I thought that like, I don't know what I thought. I don't remember. Like just somehow he's 5 years old.
Like for Omar to be killed by someone who is literally just like acting like Omar, who grew up in this environment, and Bunk told him that is what he is fostering there as well. Like there's something poetic about this. I cannot believe we lit candles.
How is it even possible?
I cannot believe we did this.
How is it even possible?
I'm in such shock. I'm not even sure how I'm supposed to move on.
Me too.
They literally, what are they insane? They did this in 17 minutes to just like continue the scene. They just continued the episode. He shot him in the head.
Happened.
You know what I mean?
You know, I expected like the preparation, the whole episode. It just happened.
Well, that's what I like. When he was there on the street, I was like, he is dying now because like they give you a scene to tie back to season 1 when we first saw him, and that usually means something bad. But I just thought like, the episode. Yeah. I just thought
it just happened.
He was always gonna die like that. He was always gonna die.
Just
so unassuming, because who would assume like he was just a kid, you know?
Yeah.
Who would even... He saw him, you know? He saw him right there.
I feel sorry for the kid.
I mean,
as every single child.
I'm sorry, he's a 9-year-old. If someone like he sits here and expects me to like start hating a kid.
No, not to start hating, but like I just feel sorry for the kid. First, in what type of environment he's growing up, and then again the scene where Michael beats him up. I honestly thought that was gonna toughen him up, you know, like that it's gonna have that effect on him. In the next scene, we see him and he is the one who is gonna kill Omar.
Like legitimately to prove
you
himself.
know what that's gonna do for him in this type of world.
He's gonna grow up to be like...
That's it for him.
Weebay. He's gonna grow up to be like... His life is...
Even...
but like his life was already predetermined, you know?
But now, killing somebody like this...
Yeah.
You know what type of...
No, that's gonna... I mean, this is... like, this is it.
Everybody's gonna look at him forever in some type of way.
Yeah, I mean, that's who's gonna...
Either people are gonna admire him or fear
that, I mean, and that's...
Even though he is just a small fucking child.
Yeah, but like that's what is desirable in this environment.
Yeah.
This is why he did it.
Yeah, of course.
He wants to prove himself to Marlo.
Of course. Honestly, no words, guys. What the fuck
I did not expect
I'm
this.
fucking shocked, honestly.
How did they do this in 17 minutes? How the fuck did they expect anyone to just like what if you're watching live? You know what I mean? Like you can't just like pause.
Hopefully
you
there
can't just
will
like
be
pause.
Commercials after this.
I don't think there were. Like you just expect people to continue and not like just like walk around
and not like scream. I think people who live in this neighborhood are afraid to testify.
I mean, he left. He's a kid.
Yeah.
He left the gun with his fingerprints. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna be able to process like anything else happening.
Honestly.
Oh, this is what he signed, Jimmy.
Being traced to obtain samples, and it's a part of the serial killer thing.
I mean, they can just say that for anything, honestly. And I don't mind that. Just lie.
Yeah.
It's in my notes.
I never said I was in a firefight. Not on that thing.
I'm sorry, but you did.
I told you the lead vehicle took a hit from an elevated IED. Killed the 50-gunner and blew the hands off the driver. That's it.
If you're not gonna let me tell my side of the story...
A lie ain't a side of the story. It's just a lie.
I don't have to listen to this.
Okay, hey, Scott, let's just relax here. Both gentlemen, let's just step back here, please. Forgive me, but do you drink much?
You think I fucking sleep under a bridge sober?
Well, sometimes when I have...
What the fuck do you make that face for? Like, oh, see, he's just a drunk. Shut the fuck up.
I tend to be a little more descriptive in the telling of a tale. In fact...
I know what it is to tell a story. I've told plenty in my time. But there's some things that happen, you don't ever fuck with them.
I believe you, Mr. Hanning. I believe that you believe. That you believe you told me one thing. But, sir, With all due respect and gratitude for you and the service you gave to this country, you didn't tell me that thing.
Mr. Henning, I know you.
What if one of the guys, what if a Marine who was there, he reads that shit that you made up? That's why I come down here today. What if one of the guys sees that?
And you know he's a liar. Like, you know he's a liar.
Okay, but like...
Guy's just off. Off in general, off his meds, I don't know, but off. A lot of them are, you know, I mean, I hate to say
He
it.
puts on a good front. We'll call the Marines, get a service record, reach out to some people in his unit, find out what the fuck happened that day outside of, what was it, Fallujah?
Yeah.
This poor guy.
Yeah, we didn't have coffee. We had chocolate milk.
This poor fucking guy. Oh my god.
I wasn't sure. It was me. Thing is I finally connect with the boy, you know? That part of it feels right to me.
Kids are great.
She's so happy.
I'm about to say, don't Jimmy, stop talking. Don't let me just listen to her.
Bonk once told me, I'm no good for people. They run around me, he said.
Was he drunk?
Yeah, but still.
He didn't have to be right, you know. Bunk.
You should have let me give him the years bump. He'd have been better off.
He's dead. Doesn't even seem real.
Professional job here. Yeah, I thought so at first, but the
Professional job.
Said he got done in by a short little fella with a big gun. The boy Robert?
Kenley said the hoppers all ran up in there after with souvenirs. Took his shot in the semi-auto too. Ran into his pockets.
Back on the hunt, were you?
Y'all just say you don't hear the low call walk with a record shit. He going for Chris, you gonna see.
I'm scared.
He sent a picture.
Leander, where are we at?
Still setting us up. Why'd you catch another one?
God, is something happening? Especially,
Well, we're not on anybody yet, so we'll pick it up in the morning.
I mean, they have to catch them potentially when you think about it, because the Snoop, she does not like Michael.
Yeah, I heard. Omar bagged up. Shit, I thought y'all was gonna tell me. I just got the word myself from Monk.
Who got him?
Some young boy.
Who?
Ain't heard the name, don't even know if there was a Y. Hop on hip hop, see the damage, you know.
Forensically, this guy is all over the map. Sexual to a point, but inhibited.
Drama in small moments like that.
Truth is, I had a tour guide. Yeah? He a fella I met at a soup kitchen. Volunteered there, ex-addict.
He will like write a story about him because I'm gonna cry.
I don't know, the more he talked, the more I felt like it was him I really wanted to write about. But he's not homeless, and I don't have any peg for him. Shit, I don't know what the story is.
He's got a name?
Reginald Cousins.
Volunteers at the soup kitchen. What does he do for money?
Sells the Baltimore Sun every morning out by Light Street.
Spend some time with him.
What about the neighborhood speak, the homeless coverage?
You cover. Take a couple weeks, see what you see. Alright?
8 entries from the cop shop. 2 dead in a Charles County house fire and homicide from a 34-year-old black male shot dead in West Baltimore grocery. Juvenile suspect is being sought.
Right up the fire. Scratch the murder went out of the room.
So, what we conclude from a behavioral
Omar.
analysis of the known forensic, the suspect is likely a white male in his late 20s to late 30s. He likely is not a college graduate, but feels nonetheless superior to those with advanced education. And he is likely employed in a bureaucratic entity, possibly civil service or quasi-public service, from which he feels alienated. He has a problem with authority and a deep-seated resentment of those who he feels have impeded his progress professionally. The minimized sexual activity suggests that this is not a primary motive for the killings. In fact, the bite marks on the last found victim, lacking the DNA and saliva, indicate to us possible post-mortem staging. The suspect has trouble with lasting relationships and is possibly a high-functioning alcoholic, with alcohol being utilized as a trigger in the commission of these crimes. His
How is this
resentment of the homeless
impossible?
may stem from a personal relationship with someone who was in that cohort, or his victimization of vagrants might merely present an opportunity for him to assert his superiority and intellectual prowess.
How
Red.
is that even possible?
From fucking how do they
How
do
is it
that?
even possible?
Thanks for
I mean, I'm dumb for this, but like,
Yeah.
how is this even possible?
So, what do you think?
Look, Congressman.
Beatty, it's time. Beatty, girl.
God.
There's children in this house. You don't throw a fucking gun at the table in the living room. Oh, where is she?
It's here.
Oh, like, is this his place? So did she just leave? I don't know where they live.
Yeah,
I thought it was her place.
I thought it was her place as well.
Oh man, it could be his place.
Oh
God.
me.
Our possible future... Huh?
Or no, I think. I don't know.
It's something breaking up. Seems like something's happening. But that's
What case you got here? Your victim had an address. Christopher Partlow.
A lesser man might get pissy because you jumped the line, bump.
Me? I remember Partlow's name from all those cases last year. Congrats. But, don't fuck with me like this, man.
It's for a good cause. If I support, like, lying, I support it in here.
From the pocket of a dead stick-up boy, Omar Little. Omar, dead? Yeah, he stopped reading the 24s. Killed yesterday at the grocery. He was hunting Stanfield and Creek. And this was on him? Yep. Thought of you and Lester when I saw it. Payback for you getting me back some great lab. Positive DNA on Chris Partlow. An alley beating, not one of the ones in the vacants. Motherfucker. All kinds of news. Yeah, I come to Omar right now. Hey, can you wait to serve it?
Why?
We're right at the edge, Bunker. Because this is an honest fucking murder prosecution here. I'll talk to Lester. Congrats.
What do they need? Why should he now get...
No jiving, just good old police work. How about that, Jim? No, my bullshit, you're still waiting on lab work.
What side is that true?
For a road car and 2 nights in a hotel, I can put this down.
Oh my god, he's like going to a road trip.
Yeah, this was a 32. This was a bar pickup. This one's a home invasion.
Still worth checking out.
I don't see it, sorry.
You ever play Hilton Head? We had a call from my brother-in-law a few days ago. We managed to swing a tea time, but this weekend, Jimmy, I'm calling, goddammit.
Is he gonna blackmail him?
Oh, this is some real cute shit you're pulling here. If someone picked up a phone around here, your shit is critically fucked.
Only a matter of time that this happened, my boy. I want to pretend that the ones that asked for this before were actually doing something good. Maybe some. Maybe like one.
Maybe about
2.
I was about to say at least 2.
You know, Bunk at least got something out of this.
I mean, a lot. I'm just afraid that, like, let's say he's gonna die, but like, I thought Omar's gonna kill him before.
Who's gonna die?
No, not he. Chris.
Oh, okay, before he gets arrested.
Yeah.
How does this hinder their investigation? You know what I mean? Like, why
because
would
they want to see a pattern, and they're now
I
following
guess,
the pattern,
sure.
and if the pattern changes.
No,
no,
he keeps.
Means we got somebody else on this network we don't yet know.
Greek.
Oh,
My child. We're gonna help him. What? What?
but
Is
I
this?
don't know. Let's see. I thought
Is this? Is this my boy?
Bob's? I don't think it is, but like it seems like a similar storyline.
Yeah.
That's why I immediately reacted because remember how we talked previously about this.
Oh, he's like Sherrod.
Jump! Jump, man! Jump! Jump! Jump, man! Jump!
So what? Parole info on known sex offenders for 5 zip codes. I also got background info on my desk for everyone we picked up at Pier 5 with a cell phone.
You're actually gonna
Compare the FBI profile of every person of interest I can find. Hell yeah, somebody's got it.
Kima. That is very good. He's gonna tell her.
Tell her.
Oh, but like the girl is really doing her job.
Yeah.
Kima, my god.
Maurice Dobie? For governor of my state?
Oh, Maurice Dobie. That's Dobie. Maurice.
That's some cynical politics right there. Playing like you're gonna run a band you know can't win to scare people into paying off.
Joey could bloody you up, Tommy. In Baltimore and PG both.
He's gonna save play.
What is Upshaw
Gonna save play.
the race? Too much. Are you gonna pay? I don't believe that Rupert Bond is going to find his way to this office. Yeah.
And for my endorsement, you will return the favor and ignore our friends in Prince George's? And the loyalty of the West Side is going to cost me what exactly?
Oh, nothing big. You got 3 seats coming open on the liquor board.
You get 1 seat.
2, and you have me out there raising money for you in the primary.
Sold. And Clay, it scares me to think of the damage you can do with 2 votes on the liquor board.
Ain't right.
No. Just is.
No, I mean, you can't do this.
Well, we're doing it. Whatever they give us to work the bullshit. I throw to Lester, or Crutchfield, or Norris, or anyone else who has a case that ought to be solved. It was bad enough I wasted your day yesterday going to Quantico. I can't stand to see you wasting any more time on this. You should be back working with a home invasion.
Jimmy, you can't do this.
Manpower, OT, lab work, cars. Just let me know.
Hey, Bug! Up here!
Bug is so cute and so small.
And if you're looking for work, I got what needs lifting. You know the stable on Blue Street? Be there before 9.
Dad, you A-rabbing now?
A-rabbing, what is that?
I was showing 5:15 and
They're so cute. I mean, I
Because
want
they're
him
so
to
small.
do anything except dealing drugs on the street, like,
Or using.
absolutely. Like, you know, this is fine until he can get like a job, something else
Big news.
that pays more.
Bunk has a murder warrant on Chris Parlow. Hell, you say? Not one from the vacants. DNA match on an alley beating.
He lets this go now. These guys are gonna go to ground. We're right at the edge of something here.
He's given us a couple of days. He owes me. I expedited his lab work for him. Oh, and Omar Little, stick-up boy.
What about him?
Caught one in a Korean joint on the west side. Bunk pulled that out of his pocket. Mean anything at all to us?
Looks like he was after Marlowe's crew. She's Wagstaff?
What about cheese? Oh, is that what you're
In
missing?
addition to their corners, these guys are wholesaling all over town at this point, so I figured cheese was just one of many.
The note reads like Omar had him under Marlowe's wing. Lieutenant at least. Oh, by the way, I told Greggs.
McNulty, how many more people?
She was about to jump into the serial murders with both feet. I couldn't stand to spin her like that.
How'd she take it?
As she should.
I'm not too good up in the Northwest. Never mind, I got a MacBook.
What is happening here? What is happening here?
34. 3.
Oh, this looks like Naaman's place.
3.
What is happening? What is that behind you?
Lester, when that last clock show?
Oh, he figured it out. Okay, just because of that. Is it because of address numbers?
Wait.
Citizens without shelter, without protection.
I don't care about your bullshit.
Why does this have to be?
God, they just like.
Certainly, the last 7 years have not brought the same levels of federal commitment to American cities as from previous
I
administrations.
despise them.
Well, I say that this is not only tragic, it is unforgivable.
It is unforgivable. You're gonna burn in fucking hell if I believed in hell.
This state's tonight be invisible. Just as all of those without shelter in this city, in this country, can no longer be invisible to us. And we have been taught that all of our citizens deserve the full protection of the law. And
We have been taught. You needed this to teach you. I mean, you have not even been taught. You don't care.
that prey on those without shelter in our city. Not tonight can you prey on them, and not tomorrow. Not any longer.
All the people behind you are gonna be under a bridge tonight.
Yes.
With nothing above their fucking heads. You monsters.
You on my thing, right? I guess I owe you a drink on that. What's your poison? I'm okay, Senator. Thank you very much. You know, that was mostly my evidence to leave back there, right? You think you could do that again?
Excuse me?
Except this time, the jury's a federal one. Say 9 white, 3 black. At this point, this is just between us two gentlemen here. Senator.
You trying to sell a case back to me? Motherfucker, you don't get.
I don't get paid like that. I get paid when I come back up in here in a couple of nights' time with questions, and you, sir, have answers. My next call will be to the U.S. Attorney's Office. And we will go again. But for real. You keep that copy.
What does he need from him? With the Marlowe case?
Just let you know, before the fireworks start, I'm spiking this lead now, play it straight. You got my back? As best I can.
What does spiking a lead mean?
Scott was in the audience.
Like,
I'm not running a story about a public gathering. A candlelight vigil at City Hall, in fact, where the lead anecdote and quote is from an unnamed homeless woman.
She doesn't want to be known as homeless. I explained that.
Scott, there were hundreds of homeless down there tonight. people who voluntarily attended this event, and I'm gonna guess that any number of them would have let you put their names in the paper. But her story is great. Look at that quote. It's a perfect quote. Best quote I could ever ask for. And that's my concern at this point.
Jesus Christ, what? Where is your shame?
To hell with you if you think I made it up.
Oh my god, what a psychopath.
We have a standard that we follow here.
Oh, are you going to the higher ups? Oh.
Yeah.
You should literally be ashamed. Oh my god. It's like me when I was 3 and I was like, Dad, my sister hit me.
Here it comes, Gus.
Let's fucking go. Let it come. The thing is, he's not just like, they could get fired. And this paper just like runs on sensationalized quotes. I fucking am.
Yeah.
But I thought anonymous attribution in a public setting. There's no need for it.
Gus, let's discuss this.
Actually, I did discuss it. I discussed it with the Metro editor, and he agrees. Now, the story's on the copy desk. And as a line editor working the story, I feel I've done my job. Now, you as the ME, you want to go another way? You can pull the story back and re-edit it. But we have a sourcing policy here, and I know it, and I do not feel comfortable bending the rules in this instance. And
Good for him. And why is this one even just like going and being like, because oh yeah, let's keep it?
He wants the stories. He wants the headlines. He wants...
How does it feel, boy, all alone?
And I wanted to thank you. I couldn't have done it otherwise. No problem.
I feel cycling coverage through tonight.
Oh, he's again watching himself being so proud.
Maurice shut me down for mayoral endorsement, and Clay Davis, back from the grave, took a couple liquor board seats. There, look.
What's up, Journalistic?
Half of any extra school or anti-crime money I get out of the legislature in Baltimore will go to PG County.
Well, you take that deal, and Baltimore's not half of what you want to bring back to the city schools.
Yeah, but I don't know when, Jan. They bring back exactly nothing.
What a fucking psychopath. Oh, they were just like gone somewhere.
None of your business, really, Jimmy. Next time, I'm not going anywhere. Next time, you're gonna be out on your ass because that's my fucking house.
Good girl. Back up. Leave.
I pulled the ADC book to find a location, and I'm on the same page number as the second half. And I remember we had about 34 seconds.
That's the page from West Baldwin.
Right. But if the clock has nothing to do with time, they know when to meet.
That's true.
Maybe an hour after they send the message, or a day.
Yeah, just like
everything's less than a half hour of driving.
Yeah.
Immediately just. So when it's sent then.
The standard logic is that they meet in an hour or so.
Sure.
Yeah.
Marlo's wholesaling on the west side through Monk and on the east side with cheese. He's got the whole goddamn city.
How do we know it's cheese?
Good. Good, my girl. Come and judge. Come and judge.
All good with this.
Kima.
Kima what?
Not me.
That's right, my girl.
All the guys at the bar, Jimmy, they don't show up at your wake. And not because they don't like you, but because they never knew your last name. A month later, someone tells them, oh, Jimmy died. Jimmy who? Jimmy the cop. All the people you spent all those hours in the radio car with, the guys with their feet up on their desk telling stories, who shorted you on the food runs, who signed your overtime slips. In the end, they're not going to be there either. Family, that's it, family. And if you're lucky, 1 or 2 friends who are the same as family.
There is no serial killer.
Someone's just gonna talk.
I made it all up. They were shutting us down. They were just. It's hard to explain. I don't even know where the anger comes from. I don't know how to make it stop. They fucking task me. They do. And now that I've done all this, and I watch myself do it, I can't even stand it.
You had no fucking right.
I know.
This is my life too.
You start to tell the story, you think you're the hero, and then when you get done talking, you...
Is this Omar? Can you believe he died? I don't... Omar. I never read the first line. I'm like, I try to get through all of them. I don't know, I'm a little there.
What?
People knew.
Hmm?
People know who Omar is. God.
Such a fucking episode. Late editions.
Pour one out for Omar. I can't believe it.
What is this one? The next one.
There's no one else who's dying. I'm not fucking blowing out a candle for Chris, New for Marlo, you know what I mean?
Well, hello.
Yeah.
We again made a break.
Well, like yesterday,
Before.
we were like, after the episode, we had like
We're very
about
hungry.
an hour and something because Milena had to go with her mom to a play. And either we ate and made the review like 20 minutes, or we just ate and filmed the review today.
Or we didn't eat, but like that wasn't
And
that
the
was
eating,
an option.
Yeah, I mean that would be taking things too far.
Exactly.
I'm not gonna starve myself for this YouTube channel.
So here we are today in different place, in different hoodies. I'm in the same one that Lola was yesterday.
Not the same one.
I mean, not the same. We have to
have the same.
And we're gonna talk about
the
shocking things that happened in the last episode.
I cannot believe what happened in the last episode.
I
just like, why did we light up a candle?
I was about to say we fucking lighted up with candles.
You know why that happened? We were like preparing things to film, and like Milena has like as a decoration like a candle there or whatever. And so like we were close to the meal. I was like, oh, why don't we light up a candle? And I was like, sure, why not?
We didn't even lighten up that candle. I went to take the other ones.
Yeah, but like I thought like, you know, like it could be giving off a nice light.
Atmosphere,
it's already dark.
You know? Yeah, I thought it was gonna be cute, and we put it, and like the candles weren't in the camera. You couldn't even
There's
see
really
them.
no point to it.
And people were like, "Why did we play?"
But like you, when you said she was just about to press play, and you were like, imagine if Omar dies in this episode and we lit up the candle.
And that fucking happened.
I did not
That
see
fucking
it.
happened. Honestly, I mean, we did.
Honestly, fucking HBO spoils this.
Yeah, they
You
put
know
the
what I
characters.
mean? They put. I mean, not his picture was there for many episodes, but like still, now when you're at the end and you put a picture of him there, like you put a picture of Bodhi in 413.
I'm wondering if people thought he was gonna die, like before.
I don't know.
Because like I have a feeling like we're talking how it was so shocking, how we were so surprised, but technically we thought he was gonna die.
Absolutely.
It was just like a matter of time in our minds, you know, like if he's gonna die in that episode. I mean, I think we even, oh my god, we still have a tag. I felt something there, you know.
Yeah, and like I think even the way that he died was the way that I would think Omar finally gets gotten. I don't think that's correct grammatically, but it doesn't matter. I really liked his death scene.
Get only the whole episode.
The episode was so good, but like in the first 17 minutes, you know what I mean? But like the way we saw him before, just like again working off on his name and the fact that everyone's intimidated and is running away. That scene when he is speaking to like the vacants or whatever, like everything had a bad vibe. I was like, someone's like maybe behind you and gonna shoot you, and like things can be happening, and like nothing happened in that particular scene, you know. It just happened 2 scenes later.
And honestly, in my opinion, I just think like we constantly talked about. I love that it wasn't like Marlo himself. You know?
Yeah.
I love that because
if it was Marlo or like Chris Snoop, whatever,
that's what I want to say.
It.
But like I even love that it wasn't in a fight with them, technically. Yeah. Like I remember we before thought, because like he's constantly gonna go after them, and I thought he was gonna die in a shootout, like he's gonna kill many of them, and the last second they're gonna get him or something like that. But like it I think even like seasons ago when we talked about potentially Omar dying or something like that, we did talk about how it could be somebody random, you know, like unexpected, that somebody in some shootout.
Just because again for his character it made such sense, like because he was so smart and capable, and like he had this name,
And
like
fearless.
he was able to like evade whoever. Like Avon had a kill order on him, Marlo had a kill order on him, and like at the end he didn't die because of that.
And he was even the one who got Stringer, you know.
Yeah, like it never in my mind suited his character that he is gonna die like actually by someone like Marlo or Avon or something like that. It didn't suit his character. And so like I really always thought that it was gonna be that like that it wasn't even gonna seem like he's gonna die, and then like it is gonna be someone that he maybe stole from in season 1, 2, someone that is like so unimportant, which like that is kind of what it was, you know. It was legitimately just a kid,
but like it was even better because like
it was so better.
It was in many ways poetic. I mean, I even think that we talked a bit about it because like you remember immediately that like people constantly remind us like that Kennard is the one who cosplayed Omar back in season, let's say maybe 3 or something.
3,
yeah, something like that. And at the end he was the one who wanted to be Omar. He cosplayed in the street, like kids were playing, you know. He was like, I'm gonna be the Omar next time. And he was the one who actually killed Omar.
That is fucking poetic. And like just because like they made it a point, the show made it a point to have like Bunk tell him that they were kids.
He does have responsibility, even though
to the community.
To the community that like kids look up to him, want to be a gangster like him, or things like that, you know. And that did get to him at that point, but like he didn't change his lifestyle or anything like that, you know.
Yeah, I mean, again, he came here to get the revenge, and he wasn't even able to get anything, you know. He like got, I don't know what the fuck his name was, like one of the guys, so very unimportant, you know. He wasn't able to get anything, and like he entered that convenience store. He even saw the kid, he saw Kennard, he passed by all the kids that were like doing something to the cat. Honestly, I thought they were gonna light it on fire. They were doing something to the cat, and they all ran, and Kennard did not run. Omar just didn't pay attention to him because he was a kid, you know.
But even that scene was like, I remember that like I had watched that scene and I wasn't scared before that for a second, and somehow I saw the kid stay and like kind of just looked at him and like didn't acknowledge him at all, and like scene got prolonged so much that like I just like remember my heart started beating and I felt that something was off and something was happening, and I was just like I can't say I thought for a second Kennard there, but like I did think like he could die right now.
I thought, I was like, just because that the scene after he passed Kennard, like some, I don't know, it felt like something's gonna come, and I was like, who, by who? And I'm like, okay, we saw Kennard, and I was like, Kennard, I don't know, I think we even said it after that scene ended. But again, I just didn't, I don't know, it didn't even register in my mind that actually it's gonna be Kennard. But like, it was so fucking sudden. It was him in the convenience store with his kind of guards down and not thinking about, and I was not thinking about anything, even though like I was scared because like we were seeing him so much in this episode, and like things feel like they might end badly, really.
No, honestly, in that moment, I think I knew.
Yeah, again,
like
because
when he got his scene with the similar one, like in season 1, with taking the stash from,
with them just like opening the door like, I think they maybe dropped the stash.
Especially when he first nobody did, and then he took the gun, and then immediately somebody threw the stash out, you know.
Yeah.
And he just took it, and like I immediately, and then how the scene was prolonged so much, he was only one in the screen, you know. I was like, oh, he's dying.
Yeah.
But like again, I did think by the end of the episode.
No, but literally, just like I don't think anyone thought that like while he was in that convenience store that suddenly he is gonna get immediately shot.
Honestly, I was very shocked. I was very fucking shocked in that moment.
Oh my god. I mean, again, I think it was a perfect death scene for Omar. It's something that seems very suitable for me. For someone who was like so kind of untouchable. To get shot just like by this kid on the street who is growing up in this environment and who wants to become someone like Omar, like Marlo, like Avon, like whoever.
Anybody respectful, I feel like.
I mean,
Fearful
that they
like
would
that.
respect.
Yeah.
Because like I don't
I mean,
respect some of them.
in the game, yeah, definitely.
And so like I just think there is, again, to just like show you the generations that are coming and about what environment they are growing up in. Like I'm really not gonna sit here and like start analyzing Kennard and like start talking about like whether the kid is like a psycho, because like they put the scene about torturing animals. I think that is like when you start talking about potentially people that get born as like psychopaths, sociopaths, whatever, it often involves torturing animals. And like that might be a thing, that might not be a thing. He is just like growing up in this environment. I don't know enough about the boy. Like the things that we have seen, he always like seems, in the way that he talks, it's like tough. It's like he legitimately looks 7. I don't know how old he's even supposed to be.
Yeah, he's very small.
He's very small, and so like from a very young age he was there on the street learning this and adapting to this environment.
Again, I think that like he was born into that world.
Yeah.
But like he was basically taught that from the moment he was born. He got out in the street when he was 3. Basically running around, hiding the stash, looking at all those people behaving that way.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
I mean, hearing gunshots every single day, 10 times a day at least, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. There were 5 kids around that cat,
Yeah.
you know? It's like, I don't know, nor do I want to analyze things like that, honestly. Again, I really do believe that growing up into this way, the way he's growing up, he can easily become a psychopath or something like that.
Yeah, and like he's gonna grow up to be just like not a good person.
Of course.
I mean, I was like, which one of the adults that we have seen? Because like I think if we keep doing this when we have kids, like we always say that they're gonna grow up to be someone like, and then we like compare it to an adult that we have.
I would say Marlo or Vibe or something like that.
Sure.
Oh, maybe even Mar.
Honestly, like because like Marlo does have that like.
I would say Marlo or something.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know how, but like, I can't compare him to the all other kids that we know.
No.
As he has been raised on the corner from the second he was born. So like, he didn't have anybody who took care of him. He didn't feel any love from anybody. At least it doesn't seem that way, because like, who would send him on a corner where he is this big?
Yeah.
Because at 5 years old, the way he's talking to somebody, he couldn't learn it in 2 months.
Yeah.
So like, he had months and months and years to see other people behave and talk the way that he does.
Yeah.
You know, at such a young age.
Yeah.
So to me, it's just a
exposed
tragedy.
To so much violence.
Yeah.
I mean, all of the kids were, and I just don't know in what degrees.
Yeah.
You know, and how much they saw, but like. That's always gonna make you, in a way, not one kid is the same, and not one kid reacts to the things that they see in the same way.
Yeah.
You know, so I just I'm not really gonna start with that about Kennard, but
yeah, I just know I feel sorry for him very much, and I know I felt that the second that like he shot Omar, the second that I saw his look, I mean, I felt sorry for him again when Michael beat him up.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
Even that moment, I remember thinking like, this is gonna, in the world and environment, this is gonna, let's say, toughen him up even more.
Yeah.
Make him even more angry.
Yeah. He's already too toughened up.
Honestly, I think I remember saying that like he could become at that point when I saw that Michael beat him up like next Marlo, like next Marlo. You know, I don't know how long it's gonna take him to, you know.
Yeah, but like he could become next king.
Something like that.
Someone's gonna at some point take over. You know what I mean? Like they keep
constantly. It's constantly like that.
Yeah, and so like he could be one of them. But yeah, I just thought it was really fucking fascinating that he was the one that was looking up to Omar that eventually got him killed. I just think that's fucking poetic, you know. And I really like the fact, which I don't know if people were mad. Honestly, like I want to know that what people were thinking like after this has happened. Like, were people mad because like someone like Omar, who everyone like, he's like a fan favorite, you know, everyone really loves him, and like he is a badass, and like he you would maybe not think that he was gonna die in such a way, having actually accomplished nothing, but I just really like that.
I somehow think like even for me it would be different if he died like this 2 seasons ago and if he died like this now. Somehow in these last 2 seasons this is all I could have seen for him. Just like something like this made sense. I'm not saying it wouldn't make sense 2 seasons ago, it would completely. I just wasn't there with him 2 seasons ago because he was still in some ways on top of his game. You know? What I also loved in the episode is the rest, how his death was represented, both with the media and after we saw in the morgue.
Just because, like, again, we, the viewers watching the show and like knowing who you know, like Omar is one of the more important people on the street, but like that is just, I think it talks about the disconnect between like what actually happens out on the street and what people, the media, the police, whoever, like perceive it. Like Omar was such an important character and everyone in the street is gonna know his name. And then like someone places the name of another guy on his body because like they don't fucking know who it is. Like they don't know. They tell Gus, oh, this and this person died, whatever, and Gus is like, there's no space, just like drop that story. Like it, you know, for someone that is so important to us and like again to the in the street and how it functions, he was like he was nothing and no one.
I mean, Gus immediately, I mean, when the girl told him like another shooting happened in the like neighborhood, something like that, you know, but like
story,
but like you immediately knew that like it was crime, drugs and things like that. I don't know how exactly they said, but like to him that happens every day.
It's just like one more, and like they now don't have space because they have a serial killer as well, so like something takes precedent over that, I guess. But I just thought, again, just because like his name was supposed to ring out so much, and then you realize what a kind of micro universe they have in that street that is not even translated and that people don't know and understand, because again there's a disconnect between their reality and other people's reality. I just thought it was like really fucking poetic to do it like that.
I honestly loved it, but like the guy in the morgue did see him and recognize him immediately and just like laughed and put his name onto him.
Because like he knows he's working here. He probably like bagged so many bodies that
Omar killed.
Like he knows, but like again, for other people, like Omar, who is Omar?
I also loved the Bank's reaction to it. I love that they called him because they knew that like he had some type of relationship with Omar, you know, and the way he looked at him, and he even said something like, "They got you." They are like, you couldn't. I don't remember exactly.
I can't remember.
He did say some sentence. I thought it was good. I don't remember exactly what he said.
I like remember when he entered that the guy was like, "You should have let me lock him up. He would have lived more," or something. Something
along these lines. You still like did the same thing. I don't know how to explain that. You had to go.
Like basically this was coming to you because you couldn't stop.
Basically something like that, if I remember correctly. And he took out the post-it note where he wrote about Marlon and like
who
what
he was after.
Exactly.
And how he actually did it.
And then that's how Bank went to give it to Jimmy.
I mean, I feel like Omar was from the start really a character that you can say is not gonna survive until the end. He is just that type of character, which like always made me sad, however much like I from the get-go kind of accepted it, that he is that type of character, because he did run by a code on the street, and he did things his own way. And like I always really liked him for that.
I honestly loved his character. I loved him very much. But in my opinion, like through time, I somehow got to the point where I actually thought it was okay for him to die. I don't know how to explain that. Maybe watching Kids in season 4. I think I felt differently before. Like I think in season 3 I was so in denial, like not accepting that like there is a big possibility of him dying by then, and I thought it was gonna break me, honestly. But like I think maybe something changed in season 4 for me, at least, like watching kids and caring for them in that specific way, wanting to get them out of the lives that like that they are leading and that like they can't escape from. That somehow and like seeing how they did nothing in their lives, you know, and how their lives were predetermined for them, and there is nothing they can do, and how much they tried, and like how people around them fail constantly, you know, fail them constantly, you know, and somehow I think that is what kind of made me accept that like at the end Omar makes sense that he's gonna die. And I kind of became fine with it because like I kind of think it's a good story for him to die, you know. I don't know, I think something changed in me since that season.
I mean, I think the thing that season 4 gave me was I became much angrier and much sadder, and so like I feel like I like even things that I might have like given more leeway in some ways for some things, I gave no leeway, you know, like, I mean, Carcetti, I have never really, like, I always expected him to just, like, be this, like I don't think I even gave him, like, the benefit of the doubt when there was benefit of the doubt to give, but just, like, while you were paralleling that with children, I gave him even less leeway, you know, because, like, everything felt so unimportant in comparison to watching these kids. But like also, you know, Omar was also this kid that grew up in this, and then just like there was no exit. And like not to say that you cannot, even in your later age, that you cannot like change your life and like do something else, go somewhere else, because like you can always do that. I really believe that. But like because like you know that this is a story that the show is choosing to tell, and so like I wasn't expecting many of the adults to actually like go and do something different, and like we just saw like Bobs and
Kari, in my opinion.
Kari, I was gonna say Kari. Like those are the adults that we have seen that have in a way, even in their older age, been able to still not escape this. Like they're still in it, you know. Like Kari had the scene where he was like talking to Dookie about how the world is big, and like Dookie was saying like how do you like escape it or whatever, like this place, and Kari was like, I don't know. Like he doesn't know, he is still in it, you know, just because like he is not directly evolved, he is still surrounded by it every day, you know. And Bob's is gonna be as well, because it is that type of environment. They just like right now are choosing to do something different and choosing to do something better, but like they are really anomalies in that sense. And so like you could expect for all the other adults to just like continuously be kept down in the system.
I agree. I mean, especially because they have been brought up in the system. When you say like you don't think it's impossible, yes, of course it's not impossible, but like I think even for older adults, I mean for adults is even harder. That's the only thing they have new. Like Omar is 40 something years old. That's the only thing that he has
34.
known. 34. Oh, he looks a bit older. That's the only thing that he has known so far. That he has done so far. He has killed so many people. I mean, what is he gonna do?
That's why people. I mean, that's a constant theme of the show. Like why people are where they are, because like you can look at them and be like, you can't do anything else.
I mean,
like you can go and like even in season 2 again with like Ziggy and Nick, like you can look at both of them and be like, you can go and you can do anything else. But like realistically, this is what they know, this is what they have been raised to do, and this is where they're stuck. And all of them, every single character here is very much stuck in their circumstances. However much we can say that like the world is big and they can do so many things, because like they can, but like the whole point of this game and the game being a lie and everything is that it keeps you in it. It keeps you in it, and there's just like you really can't see an exit.
No, honestly, no way. Because I could not even imagine Omar for who he is, for who he has been all his life, for the things he has done for all his life. You know, he even did exit in some ways. He did go with his boyfriend on the call somewhere around. He did go, but like the second that his old life called him, basically, he found out that one of his friends has been tortured and killed.
Yeah.
What he knows is to go and take a revenge for his friend. That's the only thing that he knows that he should do.
Yeah.
After something like that happens.
Yeah.
It's much easier for us who have been raised very nicely to say, oh, you don't know what you can do, not take revenge or kill the other guy. Yeah. That's all he has known.
I mean, but like legitimately what has happened to that guy, I feel like everyone would be so mad to the point where you would want to go and take revenge. And like especially someone like Omar.
Especially I mean, if somebody close to me died like that, absolutely. I would think of it. But like I wouldn't have done it, you know?
I mean, I don't have it in me.
Exactly. But like
what am I gonna do?
I mean, the way I was raised, like what I would do, I have no idea, you know? But
sit there, cry.
Exactly.
That is what I'm gonna do.
So
again, like you can see, like there were scenes in this episode as well with Dookie, who is going out and searching for a job, something that is not the corner, you know. Yeah. And like because he is so young, there is no job to get. And all these kids, just because of the environment that they grow up in, and their like home lives, which can also be very not safe. There could be no financial resources, so they have to like start working much younger. But like you can't go and work anywhere at 15. So like kids are also gonna, I mean, that's why they have like runners. That's why kids are like runners from a young age, you know. I mean, kids should not be working at this age, you know. But like they are trying just to survive, and like you see Dookie going and searching for jobs, going place by place, and like there's nothing for him to do. And so like by the end he finds someone, I think like, is he buying up junk or selling junk? I'm not sure.
I mean, I don't know. I honestly expect Dookie's ending to be very tragic right now. I honestly expect it to be similar like Bub's.
Yeah.
Like he's found somebody who does exactly the same job that Bubs is doing, you know. Maybe not selling t-shirts, but like buying something, selling that for maybe some profit or something like that. That through the street, there is a big possibility. I mean, I think the show did it for a reason to show. I mean, they basically paralleled him getting to somebody who is exactly like Bubs. I think you even asked, who is that?
Yeah,
like thinking it was Bubs potentially. So like I honestly wouldn't be surprised if the show went in the direction to see the same.
But he has never done drugs, you know what I mean? Like there's a clear difference to me.
I don't think so.
So far, because like
I don't think Bubs has done drugs by walking down the street. He has done the drug. Somebody showed it to him.
Yeah, I know, but I just like, you know, he does have like Michael and Bug, and he has like a house, and he like, I don't know what's gonna be happening to that, like because of Michael and Marlo, because like they are the ones that like gave him a place to stay, so I'm not sure what's gonna be happening there. But like it doesn't necessarily have to go down the path where Bubs went down, but it is potentially that path.
Honestly,
if it like because like people don't start drugs to just like, oh, do drugs fun, you know. People start drugs to like numb something, to like you're gonna feel some certain way and you're not gonna want to feel it.
There is a lot of things that Dookie would want to numb, honestly. And I think there is a reason why show put that guy there. So like I wouldn't be surprised if like Dookie's last scene of the show is with this guy somewhere doing drugs or something like that. I mean, I honestly do believe that there is a reason why
I agree
they give us the same guy that Bubs is. We know that Bubs has done that. He has had companions, children that he taught the same thing. Like this guy is gonna teach Dookie how to do things, you know? It doesn't have to be that like Dookie's ending is gonna be the same as Bubs. It can be he can maybe faster get out of it, or he can never get out of it through time. Like we're not gonna see that. I just think the show paralleled it for a reason. Like I don't expect now, I mean honestly that's in my mind 97% what's gonna happen. Like there is always the 3% that like
I mean, again, the whole thing that this show is trying to show you is like kind of how everyone ended up where they are.
Yeah.
You know, and like I can always sit here and be like, well, I know this kid, so I want the best for him. So like things don't need to turn out this way. But just like statistically, they are gonna turn out this way. You know, I understand that. But I just like it doesn't become easier to accept. I just like that broke my heart. But like a thing that I really did not see coming. I'm like, I cry. Put. I did not expect. I didn't even fucking recognize him. I think you said Put, and I was like, fucking Put where? When like Dookie was going to like search for jobs, and he was working at this store, and like he is out of the game. He's like one of the few fucking kids to make it out of the corner. He is the only kid.
He was so from close our beginning. To dying so many times.
Like literally, he was he got shot. I thought he died at some point.
He was in prison.
Yeah, and he got out. And he is able to actually do something. And he like, you know, he recognized Dookie and like told him, oh, I used to be here and here, but like I got tired.
Yeah.
And like, you know, Bodhi said that he felt tired and old.
Yeah.
And like I really do think that like Bodhi dying was the final straw for Put.
Yeah, potentially.
You know, to just like he has lost everyone around him, like his group of people. He has lost them all, and he is the only one that is left. And so now he is sort of out of it and just like working at a sneaker store. And I just like that made me like really happy that like we can see some of them actually being out, like not being on the corners anymore. Like I really didn't expect to see Put like that. You know, that reminds me that like the end of the show is coming in like 2 episodes. Just like because like they are tying up everything. It's honestly it's a matter of time before we see Naaman, I think, as well. I really think it's only a matter of time.
My boy.
I know.
I'm so happy about it.
I mean, I would really like to see just like at the end, like just to see a bit of him where he is.
I'm positive about Michael.
What do you mean?
I mean positive. Like he's not gonna.
I don't think he's gonna die.
Nor I think he's gonna end up where he is right now.
No, I just don't know where he's gonna. Somehow. I feel like his ending might just be the most open because like you don't know where he's gonna go.
Yeah. Give me open ending.
I can do a lot with that.
I can imagine many things with open endings.
I can do a lot with that. You know, just like Marlo and the rest of the crew fall, and he's like taking Bug and like getting on a bus, and that's how you end it for me.
Yeah,
I can do a lot with that. Yeah. And I just, like, I don't know, there's not enough time, you know, for anything like, let's say, more even bad to happen, I think.
I'm not sure what is going to happen with all of it, but, like, I know that, like, Snoop is something suspicious about Michael.
They don't like that he talks back and has opinions, you know?
And then the day she doesn't like.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris as well, but, like, I don't think that Chris minds it the same way that Snoop minds it. I don't know. Yeah. That's how it seems to me.
I think Chris has, feels some of a connection to Michael because...
Protectiveness, let's say.
Yeah, because, like, they did have that, unfortunately, same trauma from childhood.
But, like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I honestly, like, we know that, like, Jimmy and Lester are getting somewhere or doing something, you know?
Yeah, they managed to figure out the pictures.
Exactly, yeah. So, like,
not they. Sinner,
yeah. Nice job.
Good for you.
But, like, we know that they are getting somewhere very close. And we also know that, like, Bank has basically a murder warrant, something for Chris. So they're getting close to them. Somehow in this moment, to me, at least this moment seems like they're gonna get them.
Yes.
I don't know what's gonna happen if that's true, but, like, in this moment, that's how it seems.
Yeah.
Hopefully they're gonna be able to charge him with all of that, you know?
Again, I don't know if it's gonna be a problem. Like, the things that they're gathering now, they did say this is not going to be evidence on court because of the way that they are getting this evidence. It's illegal, you know? So, like, this is not gonna be proof. They're just, like, trying to get them to a place where I guess they can legally get get some type of...
That's what I'm just hoping that, like, it's gonna be enough.
I just really don't know.
Because so far to me, it really seems like they're very close.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna get them. So I don't know if I should hope for something like that, but, like, I kind of am hoping right now.
I really need it.
I mean, I really wanted
Marlo was so fucking happy about Omar being
dying,
dead.
yeah.
And
I love how he was happy. He looked, in my
face.
opinion, very proud, and yet he did nothing.
And like that's what Michael told them. Where like we just killed someone because like they said that Marlo sucks dick or whatever. We killed him for that, and yet Omar is going around killing everyone. Like calling Marlo a coward for not being able to, and you're not doing anything. Exactly, boy. Tell them.
Yes, tell them, but like don't get in trouble because of telling them.
No, I really love that he has not lost that at any point. You know, like even working with them.
Me too.
He says his opinion and he has his opinion.
Yeah, me too.
You know, he has not just become this foot soldier that does not question things. I really like that about him, and I think like that is the thing that like preserves him in this environment, to not become people like them.
Honestly, he could become something like Omar. I don't know what he's gonna say, but like the way he talks like he could have a code. You know, he could have a code in the environment that he lives in. It's not like he is not capable of killing people. You know, he understands how the game works.
Yeah.
Nor do I believe that there is a possibility of him leaving the game completely. You know?
I mean, again, that's how we talk about like what their possibilities are.
Yeah.
You know, and what they
know.
So
honestly,
what they
he
can
could.
Do.
I mean, not really like Omar, you know, but like he could.
But it's like that person that does have their code and works by. Like I really don't.
Yeah.
He is not the type that I think is like gonna kill someone that is like not a part of the game.
Exactly.
So, like he's really not that type.
I mean, he didn't want to do the triple murder because it did not make sense to him, and that then he saw a child running around, and he was like, "What the fuck," you know?
Yeah.
So I could see him doing something like that.
Me too. Me too. I mean, ideally, he just gets out of this completely, but like realistically, that might be.
I mean, you also have to see where the story is gonna work.
Yeah.
You know what the writer is gonna want to tell us. You know.
Yeah.
Like, did I want all Bodhi, Put, Wallace, Randy, Dookie, Michael to get out? Of course.
Yeah.
You know, but
was that realistic to happen? No.
Yeah.
It was not.
We just have to see how this story makes sense.
Yeah. Another one of my favorite scenes in this episode is Jimmy with Kima, going to the FBI profiler, where they were like reading out. That's honestly fucking impressive how they like can pick that up from the information that they have on their serial killer, including the phone call and everything. Because like that's Jimmy. The serial killer is Jimmy right now. And like the way that they read him to filth was really just, I think he was really shocked. That like he was that like they really could see right through him. Like they said that this was someone who has not finished college. He thinks that he is the smartest one in the room.
He can't keep up relationships.
Yeah, can't keep up relationship. Is an alcoholic. Feels very mad that like
authority.
He
would like the fuck the authority.
Yes.
I mean, they basically said
yes, because like also the authority is preventing him from doing things the way they like should be done.
Yeah.
You know. Like there's like every fucking line I kept getting more and more shocked the way that they read him, and I think that really hit Jimmy. That like because like he thinks that he is so smart, and that like you saw his face throughout this, it was like very smug and like thinking that he's gonna get away with it, and he is able to like screw over this whole system because like they can't get him because he is the smartest one. And like again, to be realistic, he is smarter than most. Like he really, in that fucking police department, he is smarter than most. But like still, he thought that he is like the smartest one, and then they literally read him completely, can tell who he is and what moves him. Like he is nothing special. I think that really deflated him immediately.
I mean, he also made a lot of mistakes while giving, because like he was coming from his point of view, and he's a police, and he always wants to handle a case and catch a bad guy and things like that, you know.
Yeah,
he had opinion that that's how he thought that that's what the rest of the police really actually wants to do, and the only thing that's
Because, like,
stopping them
he is giving them
is,
like people and budget.
Is budget and finances, and they asked, and he immediately allowed that. And he told a lot of people around him. Everybody saw that he's just like handing budget to everybody, you know.
Yeah.
And of course, they started using that.
Yeah.
And the guy basically didn't even hide the fact that like he just wants to go and take a vacation, you know, paid vacation. And Jimmy was like, what the fuck, you know? And he was like, we all see what you're doing. I don't know exactly what you're doing, but like it's pretty clear.
Like, I only have to make one phone call.
Yeah.
Like, everyone kind of read through you, really.
Yeah.
He is not like, again, he is smart, but like he is not the smartest one in the room.
He's not
to not
the
be
smartest
able
one.
to.
In some ways, he is also dumb because like he's coming from his point of view, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the ways in which he is dumb is because of that, like the way that he functions mentally, you know, because again, like in the way that he is smart in that you can put him on a case and I can really be like, you put one of the best people on the case, you know, like he is gonna find ways to solve this, he is gonna find ways to do this. But just because like he does think that he is the smartest one and the things that he wants to do and the way that he wants to do it is the right way to do it, then he gets very blinded and thinks he can get away with it, because like it's very even dumb to think that just like, oh, the serial killer thing they're gonna forget about it or whatever. Like that is legitimately what his solution is. Like he just thinks that is gonna be happening, and I don't think that is gonna be that easy as he thinks it's gonna be. Yeah,
it's not.
And so I just think like when the police profiler read him to filth, and like later on he went home, and like there was no beating, there was no kids, and like again he is, I think, replaying in his head what like they told him, like can't keep a relationship, it's just this and this and this. Like there was a guy that called him to like basically tell him, thank you for helping me, like I managed to solve this case. Like you saw that he arrested someone, like that is one of the people that like he gave budget to that actually like used it and like was able to capture whoever he was capturing. I can't remember really. And Jimmy was really just like did not feel like good, happy, like, oh, see, I did this, I've done this, because like he just realized who and what he has done. And then like what later on he told Beatty, he like admitted that like he is basically the serial killer, and that like the serial killer doesn't exist, and sort of like confessed that like he thought that like by doing this and this and this he's gonna manage to get them the budget and manage to solve everything and just like be a hero. And then like he said, like at some point you realize that you're not a hero, but you're actually, and like there was like a ... but like, you know, he meant the villain. And so like that the episode for that was important for Jimmy, because like finally there is self-reflection there where he's not gonna, I don't think he's gonna, in the next episode we're gonna watch, I don't think he's gonna like be as smug as we have seen him up until this point. I think he has lost this illusion about the things that he has done, but like I mean they're in it now, you know, like this is, you're gonna have to see it through at this point. But I don't think he is gonna feel as happy or proud of himself as he felt so far, which thank God.
I don't think so either.
Thank God.
I think he realized some things, honestly.
I mean, again, just because like,
and I love that Kima didn't want for that.
Oh, Kima girl, I love Kima's progression this season.
That she didn't really want it. That it didn't sit right with her what they did, even though she doesn't really know exactly what they did. But again, she knows that like murders have been made. You know that like, and she also knows that the man is missing. And that his pictures are all in the news. So she does know a lot, and she's not okay with that, even though it does bring budget. It does bring what they need to solve cases.
I mean, Kima was honestly, as far as I remember, I might be missing some things, but like she honestly always did things the right way. Like I remember in season 1, when she was shot, and like when Bunk came and was asking her who she saw, because like, they were confident who it was. He wanted to make her say that it was,
but she didn't want to say
this and this, and she was like, I'm not gonna say it, I didn't see it. Like even though you're confident, I'm not gonna give you that, you know. Like she even at that point still did not accept to cross some lines that like even Bunk was crossing. you know, because like see, Bank also here is not with Jimmy and what Jimmy is doing, but like also Bank was capable of crossing lines. I mean, just like as all of them.
Yeah.
But like we really didn't see that with Kima even there. And so I just really love that she just said, I'm not okay with this. I'm not gonna do that. And
she
she
made
walked
all
away.
the right decisions,
Absolutely.
at least in my opinion. She made all the right decisions with the kid.
Yeah.
As well, with the way she is behaving towards her ex as well, because again, you said in the last episode, she did pay child support throughout the whole thing, you know.
Yeah.
And she's now getting closer to the kid, and that's really nice. She's very respectful. And now with this situation with the police,
she's really great.
Yeah, so
she's just
honestly,
really, she's really just had a really good progression.
Yeah.
And I just really love
even though she was, in my opinion, in the past season, a bit sider character, you know.
Yeah.
But like I'm really satisfied where her story went at the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. I love that they gave her in this season, like the small thing of the storyline that she had was revolving her son.
Yeah.
You know, and like actually wanting to be a mom to her son.
Yeah.
And like really finding joy in that, you know. I just really enjoyed her story so much.
Yeah.
Another part that we had in this episode was with Scott. Like the guy, the former vet, came to the news department very mad because of the way that Scott has written this story. And Scott is really... I don't know what word I want to use for him.
Yeah, even though that was a story that like Gus liked.
Yeah, because like it was real.
It was real, but he had to change some things.
He could not help himself to make things more dramatic.
Yeah,
to make things.
Yeah,
exactly. Like the story was powerful on its own.
Exactly.
Like this is a real human that you have spoken to that gave you his
first
story.
Time that like you have spoken to a real human. Otherwise, he always just like wrote a story on his own without
just like a homeless woman said that does not want to be named.
Gus was
like there were so many people that would have been named. Like how the fuck did you get this perfect
there.
quote?
Exactly, especially because like they were all there. Everybody would want their name.
Yeah.
In that moment, you know? And so like Gus read him immediately and was like, I'm not printing that.
No, like I mean Gus, even in the previous episode, he is always like looking at Scott.
Yeah, but like I loved it, like
carefully.
This time he was like he's not gonna write that, he's taking it down. And the guy was like came to talk to him about it and he was like, no, like if you want to write it, you edit it, you put your name on it. I'm not putting my name on that.
Again, the only person there, honestly, not the only. We have the other guy that wants us to talk about Bobs, and we have the girl. They're those are the people that we see that really have like.
He said that he wants to write a story about
me
Bobs.
fucking too.
Yeah.
This is literally he is kind of the writer of the show, just like telling a story about Bobs.
Yeah, that's so cute.
I love that so much. But what I hated is Scott.
Yeah.
What an awful human. Just like first not even picking up the calls of the person that you've interviewed, of the person that you can sit there with and like that tells you their story like so selflessly. They tell you that like they recant things that have been traumatic for them, that are very important for them. And for you to go and change bits because like, oh, you think the story is gonna work better when something is so dramatic, as if it's not a real life person that you're taking this from, you know. Like I don't like that he lies in general, you know, like when he gets when he puts like those quotes or whatever, but this is like a real person that you asked for their story and then you lie and you can sit across from them who are clearly, again, they are really going through an awful time. They're suffering from so much PTSD, I'm sure, and they don't even have like, they're not getting any help. They're homeless. Like there's nothing that this guy has, you know, and he told you this story and you can sit across from him and say things like, oh, he is like on drugs, or he is like, he's drunk, so you just don't remember telling me that, or whatever. And like, that is not a thing that guy is gonna forget. Like, I think even with the most alcohol and drugs he can put in himself, I don't think he is ever gonna get a part of that story wrong. Because like he came back with survivor's guilt. The worst part for him is that like what are the people that are there with him read that?
You know? That,
yeah, and like just like to disregard someone's story in that way, and to feel no remorse. I have no words for him. He is not just like an asshole, you know what I mean? He is really, I don't know, like empathy does not exist within him. Like I have no words for him. I'm like shocked. I was like, maybe I always thought that he was gonna like lie about these stories to like embellish things, but like I didn't think that he was gonna be like this emotionless and this much of a bad person.
I don't know. I think one thing leads to another, honestly.
Yeah.
I think we saw from the second we met him at least 5 times how he just like wanted to write a story so he could write a story. He made up every story that he wrote.
Just become a writer. Start fucking writing fiction.
So like, in my opinion, like he had to defend himself in that moment.
Yeah.
There was not a question in his mind, and he acted perfectly.
Yeah.
Honestly, he acted perfectly.
He is awful.
Yeah, I don't
like
like
I would wish that he gets fired and never hired again. That's not gonna happen. The show's gonna end. He's gonna go to like whatever he wanted, the New York Times,
either that or like he's just gonna continue writing here, and the guy is gonna promote him or something like that.
Like we talk about justice. There's no such thing as justice. There's no such thing as justice because like he can work, and then Clay Davis also exists.
Definitely
and like
not.
he is gonna just like he's back to getting 2 seats or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I want to say. Like we're definitely not gonna see a story where Gus, who is honorable in the work that he is doing, and the way he writes, the real stories that he wants to tell, of the real people, is definitely gonna be that like Gus is gonna be the right, and like they're gonna respect him more, and like Scott is gonna get fired or something like that. I honestly don't expect that.
Because in this perfect world that is not in The Wire, sure.
Yeah,
that could be happening, and Carcetti gets fired, and Clay Davis ends up in jail, and all the police officers that have done something also stand trial for that, and the kids actually get a proper education and like can like have more opportunities in their life. All of that is gonna happen. All of that is really absolutely where we're going. No words, really, just no words.
Today we plan to finish the last 2 episodes.
We're about to watch it.
Yeah.
Can you believe?
Yes. No, I mean, yes. I mean, honestly, like when you mentioned how Bodhi died, and that was the reason why maybe Put want to go or things like that, I was like, oh my god, Bodhi died an episode ago. What do you mean it's been a season? Literally an episode. He died yesterday. We watched him die yesterday.
Yeah.
It's so shocking. This season flew by.
I agree. Yeah. I mean, it is like short, but like it's not that short.
The 2 episodes feel like it flew shorter
by.
than other seasons.
Yeah, no, it feels like we had 5 episodes on top.
Honestly,
that really flew by.
Shocked.
I can't believe that.
We're gonna play it now.
We're gonna play the next episode, guys.
Okay,
That's
guys.
it.
Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you very soon. Bye.